The Rocky Mountains provide the backdrop in Boulder, Colorado, and if you're looking for the Buffaloes, they ain't hard to find. Today, a couple of squads here to square off in a Big 12 showdown. As we'll see, the UCF Knights taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Knights will kick it away to start us off. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback.
All right, kid. Hold it on.
Offense getting set for first down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Leaves it with the running back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder. Haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day,
Oh,
college
shit.
football, it's results oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker.
Run that bit.
And the Buffaloes get it past.
Come on, kid.
And I think on that last
Well,
run
you
play
see,
on
kid.
third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
The Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Open runway ahead.
Come on, Hamilton.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And the Buffaloes are marching down the field. Looking to move it through the air. He finds his man.
Let's go. Don't tell me I run through that type of Alec Risky. Alec Risky.
For 6. He's no stranger to the end zone. His 50th career touchdown grab.
Doesn't matter who's calling plays, doesn't matter who the quarterback is. You throw this guy's direction if you want to win games. He is a difference maker. He's one of the best in the nation. 50 touchdown catches is incredible.
It's just incredible production and just sustained production consistently week in and week out in the lineup. You know, you're going to throw him the football, you know exactly what you're going to get. What an unbelievable number to hit.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets.
Come on, defense.
Nice
They do
job
it.
executing
They do it,
all
D.
of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Out of of the shotgun.
God damn.
Got room at
Woo.
the 35. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Looking for a man. It's Perkins. Working the middle. It's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to hustle.
He will step down, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Come on, defense. Get your blood pumping. Get your blood pumping. I'm coming. Hey! Let's go.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss.
You like that? I know you like that, though. Huh? Let that blood get the pumping.
Right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Buys a little time.
Let that blood get the pumping. Let that blood get the pumping.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are.
Let the blood get the pumping.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range. You're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires to the middle.
He bet not. Lord have mercy.
And they react
God
well to
damn.
But it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They needed a bunch on 4th down, and boy, did they get it.
And I get aggressiveness. We get aggressiveness.
That being on break.
Take shots down the field. First half, they felt like 4th and long. No big deal, and they get it. I imagine we'll get a few more of those.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
You bend on break.
You got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Direct snap.
Lord have mercy. Look at that hold up. Lord have mercy.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown,
Sorry.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And he makes the extra point. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play call. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Misfired on first down.
Gone.
To the air on second.
Gone.
He
gone.
And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Buffs. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Well, this offense is top 10 points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing
Lord have mercy.
really
All kinds of running room.
Lord have mercy. This is a shootout.
Inside the 20. And he runs it in for the score.
Lord have mercy.
Touchdown Knights.
No.
Man, it's easy to call plays.
Lord
I
have
got
mercy.
guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Virginia found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat. A perfect example of just how strong this program is. All about stacking wins there in Charlottesville. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He's off to the races.
Let go!
He's at the 40.
Let go!
20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
He's moving out of the pocket. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
I'll tell you what, to get home to the quarterback and force pressure while just rushing three allows your back end to cover so much space. Now you got 8 guys in coverage. It makes you really dynamic in the back end of your defense.
Scanning the field, it's Perkins. Dumps it off in the flats. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. The defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on third.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with this target.
This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
Man, that's crazy.
And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first.
That's crazy.
The Knights are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a crease. It's Ncaa. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
To throw, it's Perkins. Got the back over the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone and get such smart players nowadays.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help.
What the hell?
And into the end zone. Touchdown! You
That's
see
crazy.
it! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's perfect. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. The field's about 53 yards wide. You got to kick it between those sidelines, or else you draw the flag. First down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. He wants to take the top off. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Wide out in motion. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the wide out. Makes the grab. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Now on 1st down from the 40. Running back goes in motion. Well, jet sweep pass. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Buffaloes will hustle to the line. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Colorado! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
I swear, ain't nobody got no defense.
29, defense can take
Ain't nobody got no
field.
defense.
It's
No
third and
shit.
long. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Crosses the 40. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Trying to find his man on first down. He's right on target. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. He's going to pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense because, remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there. And they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
They'll line up for a second down play. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. To the air, it's Perkins. Back open in the middle. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They've converted twice on fourth down so far. Will they make it 3? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Scrambling away. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Getting some heat. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on first down. He just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Got enough for the first down. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The Buffaloes want to crank the tempo. To the air on first down. They're trying to get to it. Picks up what he can and then slides.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Puts him in the spin cycle.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Quarterback checking off. On second down, just keeps firing. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and the secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Going downfield for the big play. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Line getting set on second down. Wide receiver shows motion. He's looking for a man on second down. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass.
No.
Pass picked off. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Off-play action on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Looking down.
What the fuck?
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Knights.
And how about this offense responding
What
late in
the
the
fuck was
first
that?
half, getting the score, now an extra point away from tying this football game, going into the half. That's exactly how you draw up a 2-minute drill. That's how you want to finish a half.
PAT unit on the field. Bangs it through for an extra point. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And I know it's not sexy, but those little runs just keep you on your heels, keep the sticks moving, making you understand, like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be patient. A lot of offenses aren't patient. They get too big play happy, wanting to force the ball down the field. This offense is staying nice and patient right now. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong. And I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up. And usually, they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
The Knights are on the move. Going up top on first down. He looks that one in nicely. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. The Knights get enough for the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to throw, it's Perkins. Fires to the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Still looking on the move. Touchdown, UCF! They take the lead with the 6.
Yeah, and it's a nice toss in the back of the end zone. Give your receiver a chance to make a play, and you could tell he knew exactly where he was, got those tippy toes right down, inbounds for the touchdown reception.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. On first down, here comes this offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Fighting off the defender. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Buffaloes in the hurry-up. Motion from the offense. They'll throw it on first down. Got a man. Makes a man miss. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, UCF 35, Colorado 28.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Fast motion from the offense. Using his feet. Hard running there. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Bucks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This quarterback is such a weapon on these designed QB runs. He's not trying to just go get first downs. This guy's a threat to take it the distance, and man, he did it right there.
Lining up to add another. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Washington is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Husky Stadium, but the purple and gold have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 10 over Oregon. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He'll fire to his right. Wide open, he makes the catch.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll go with a direct snap inside the 30. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. The give to the tailback. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
What a finish we have unfolding here. The offense in the waning moments and a chance to take the lead. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Snap it to the back. Touchdown Knights! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And this one splits the uprights. There's a lot of celebrating going on over there after taking the lead, but there is still time on the clock.
You got to give this guy so much credit, man. It is so hard in practice to simulate the pressure that he just faced. Late in the game, seconds left on the clock, you have an opportunity to kick a field goal to put your team up late in the game, and he absolutely drilled it. What a moment for that young man.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. And if you list the priorities here, Jesse, first thing, get your kicker into his comfort zone.
It's a balance here between being conservative and being aggressive. You know that a field goal obviously puts you in a position to win this game, but, David, I don't hate being aggressive here either.
No, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm not leaving it up to my kicker if I have a choice. I trust my offense. I make the plays I know I can make. I watch the clock, but I stay aggressive.
Coming after him. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Quarterback will audible. Wide out in motion. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield.
Got him.
And this is hauled in at the 20-yard line. He was smelling that end zone, but then getting down at the 4 after the big pass play.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a 4th quarter lead. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's picked off again.
That's out of bounds.
Hasn't been on par.
Hell no, that's out of bounds.
Versus reckless. It's such a fine line.
That's out of bounds. That man flew out of bounds. That man.
And you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless.
Hold up, now that man out of bounds, man. What a no! What a replay!
Looking for space. It's McNabb.
That man out of bounds.
They get him on the ground. That's
that man out of bounds.
The final quarter.
Hell no.
Delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you
That man out of bounds.
your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
That man flew out of bounds.
The games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us from here for Jesse.
That man was out of bounds, bro.
Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports